Okay. Okay. Interesting. Ah. I remember.
The weather is so nice today. It's a shame we can't enjoy it with all these Zoogles around.
Stay alert, Shion. Danger could be lurking in the shadows.
I could say the same to you. If you get injured, it's going to hurt now, you know. So, the mausoleum is somewhere around here?
That's what I heard. We'll have to get more details from Bayfon when we meet up with him in the city.
I wonder if the others have already arrived in Niez by now.
It'll be good to see them again. It's been so long since we were all together. Hmm?
Hey, you! Did you see a Renan brat around here?
You're looking for a child? A Renan?
Yeah, that's right. And get this. That kid is the daughter of a lord.
A lord?
Hey, wait a sec. That there on your back, is that... No mistake, it is. You're the blazing sword, aren't you? Oh, he is. Talk about lucky.
Lucky? What do you mean?
Even if she's just a kid, she's still the daughter of a Renan lord. But if we've got you with us, we'll have nothing to fear.
Sorry, but I can't help.
Hey, you gotta be kidding me, man. She's a lord's daughter. They're your enemy, right? You're the blazing sword. It's just common sense that you'd help us.
Come to think of it, rumor has it he's been traveling with some bright-eyes chick. Wait, is that why?
And what if it is? Is that a problem?
Forget about it. Let's get out of here.
I bet you has been a walk off.
Lord's daughter, huh? Wonder whose.
Regardless of who it may be, it doesn't make chasing her down okay, now does it?
You're right, of course. Let's go find her before anyone else does.
Ah, there she is. Alright.
Get back!
Wait! Hey, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hurt you, okay? You're the daughter of a lord, aren't you? You can relax. We'd heard people were after you. The blazing sword of Dahnan?
Is there any way we can help you?
Why?
What do you mean? You're being chased, aren't you?
I'm
I
fine.
would.
Don't worry.
I would.
Okay, but it's dangerous to be out here all alone. Won't you at least come with us to Nias?
Totally
I
understandable.
got kicked out of.
Hey, but appreciate
Bayfon
you
should be in
coming by.
Nias, right?
I want to know what's going on. If you come with us, I'm sure we can get this straightened out.
If we go our separate ways, we won't cause each other any problems.
Problems? What kind of problems?
Why?
We just want to help. Isn't that enough?
We help people. It's who we are. You may think we're weird, but it's true. I'm Shion. This is Elfin.
Come on.
Nazamil.
Nazamil. Is that your name?
Hey!
We're going to Nias, aren't we?
Right. Nice to meet you, Nazamil.
There you go.
Elfin! Shion!
Shion!
Yo!
It's been so long!
It has. You're both looking well.
Never been better. Well, just talking about us, though.
There's apparently some trouble in town.
Kisara, Dohalim.
There we go.
The gang's all here.
So, what's this trouble you mentioned?
Renans have returned to the city, living alongside the Dhahnans here.
There were a lot of vacant houses after the mess with Almadria, right? Some refugees from Lenegus have taken up residence in them.
Bayfon decided to take them in, but not everyone has been so welcoming.
That's putting it lightly. The situation's a bit of a powder keg, The smallest spark could set it off.
So Renans do live here. If that's the case, then why...
Oh, who's that?
This? This is Nazamil.
I'm Rinwell, and this here is Hoodle. Nice to meet ya. Woo!
Some Dhahnans from around here are after her, because her father is a lord.
A lord?
I see. So she draws more attention than your average Renan, then.
We've brought her along so we can at least figure out what's going on. Plus, there's the mausoleum issue. Let's go see Bayfon.
You see, we were actually just there, but he's out, and we couldn't meet with him.
Then, for now, how about we take Nazamil to the area where the Renans live?
Huh, not a bad idea. You okay with that, Nazamil?
It's good to see you guys, but with the city being so on edge, it's hard to relax.
The Renans and Dhanans here don't trust each other. This place is a far cry from Vicent.
What about Pelagian? You took in most of the refugees from Lenegis, didn't you?
I've settled them on different levels of the city, so contact between the two cultures is minimal.
Better to gather all the Renans in one place to avoid unnecessary conflicts, huh?
And with the Lord guy here in charge, no one can do anything too crazy.
Come on. He's carrying out his duties as the Renan representative.
But if that's true, are you sure it's okay to leave the city?
Fortunately, I have people there I can rely on. Leaving for a short while shouldn't be a problem.
And Kisara, you're the captain of those new troops in Vicent, right?
That's right. The Service Corps. We're made up of former members of the Guard and armored soldiers. We serve as the people's shield in the new era. I'm not used to teaching so many new recruits, but I'm managing somehow.
Rinwell, you're in Vicent too, aren't you? Is your nose still stuck in a book all the time?
Yep. There are too many books to read, so I always end up cooped up at home.
Hey, you go out sometimes, like when you're investigating the ruins.
You seem to know a lot about it.
Oh, not really. It's just that sometimes I guard caravans as part of the Crimson Crows, you know? So whenever I stop by Vicent, I pop in to help with stuff. Anyway, what have you been up to, Alphen?
Are you and Shion still traveling around as usual?
Yeah, I don't feel ready to settle down in one place just yet. Shion?
Sorry. It's been a while, but it doesn't feel like anyone's changed, you know?
You're right. It really feels like the old days.
I know we've got a lot of catching up to do, but Nazamil must be getting bored by now.
You're right. Sorry, Nazamil.
I don't mind.
Nazamil? What are you doing back here?
Away with you! You don't belong here. How many times do we have to say it?
How could you say such a thing? She's a Renan just like you, and a child at that.
If it isn't the blazing sword, the very person who destroyed our society, you're one to talk.
You Renans value lineage and social standing, don't you? Nazamil is the daughter of a lord.
Her father was a lord, yes. He was the esteemed Lord Urwagil Hildris, the former Water Lord.
Urwagil, the lord who preceded Volron.
But that girl's mother is just some embedded nobody!
Her mother is a Dahnan?
The blood of a glorious lord mixed with that of a lowly slave. It's repugnant.
That girl is no Renan. Every one of us here agrees on that.
Hey! Bastards just spewed their hatred and left.
Huh.
A child with both Dahnan and Renan blood. Is that even possible?
In the old world, I'd heard rumors that it happened on rare occasions, but not of any children that reached her age.
You knew this would happen, didn't you? Why didn't you say something, even though you knew it would be painful?
It was too much to explain, and I'm in no pain.
But it's wrong to judge someone because of how they were born.
Let's go back to look for Bayfon. It's better than staying here. Bayfon!
Wow, look who it is. It's been a while, hasn't it? Huh? Nazamil. Ah. Thank goodness you're safe.
Okay, so he knows it.
So, some of the refugees we took in from Lenegus knew of Nazamil's identity, huh? The situation in Niez is delicate, to say the least. So I thought it would be better if I sent her to Vicint.
I guess some unhappy residents went after her before she could make it there.
Yeah, that's why I went looking for her as soon as I found out. It's fortunate that you found her first. I would just send her off on her way, but she may be attacked again.
Yes, that is true. However, it would be just as dangerous for her to stay here, too.
Well, okay then. Why don't we escort her to Vicint ourselves?
But what about while we're at the mausoleum? Things being as they are, she can't just wait around here.
Or we could take her with us to the mausoleum. It's dangerous to send her off, and it's dangerous for her to stay. She'll be safest with us there to protect her.
I'm fine with protecting her, but doesn't the mausoleum have its own dangers?
You're right, that is a concern. However, with all of us there, I think we'll be okay.
Sounds good to me. After all, it's better to stick together than split up.
We can head back to Vicint after we finished at the mausoleum. Is that okay with you, Nazamil?
Sure.
Just where is the mausoleum anyway?
In the ruins at Adon Lake. It's pretty deep in, so you'll need to be cautious.
The mausoleum is just up ahead, huh?
Careful. There might be Zoogles around, so... what?
Oh, that wasn't you? Then...
Are you hungry?
No, that wasn't...
It's perfectly normal for your stomach to growl when you're hungry. It's nothing to be ashamed or embarrassed about.
As long as it's not you, I guess.
What was that?
It's not a good idea to take on a mausoleum on an empty stomach. Why don't we eat first?
Great idea, Alphen.
Oh, it's been a while since I last had Kisara's cooking.
We're not putting it all in Kisara. We're going to cook together.
Really, I'm not...
It seems everyone's in the mood to cook. If it's not too much trouble, we'd love for you to join us.
I had an idea for something we could make with what we have on hand, but it looks like I'm still short on a few ingredients. Luckily, I think we can find them around here.
No problem. Let's start looking.
Alright.
Well, that's strange. I wasn't expecting us to find a teleporter while looking for ingredients.
I wonder where it leads.
Regrettably, it looks like this one's target coordinates were never set. Until someone enters a destination, it's useless.
It's weird to find a teleporter out on its own like this.
Nazamil, everything okay? What is that? Some kind of decoration?
Looks like a Dahnan relic. This is a land full of ruins, so it's not at all unusual.
That looks familiar for some reason. I'm sure I've seen it before. That's right! It's a good luck charm! I saw an illustration in an old book once.
Does it have some kind of special power?
Nah, nothing like that. This is the sort of thing you give to your family, or someone special, so you can feel connected with them, no matter how far apart you may be.
I guess the way people express their feelings is the same now as it was back then.
I don't need it. I don't have anyone like that.
Well, in that case, can I hold on to it then?
Sure, I don't care.
Okay. Why don't we head for the campsite and start cooking?
I'm stuffed. It's nice eating with everyone like this, don't you think?
Indeed. It feels so liberating to relax under this beautiful sky. Moments like these are priceless.
Especially given how much you've been cooped up in your office lately. You've earned a break.
Hey, you okay? You don't look too good. Are you feeling sick?
I'm fine. It's just that it's a little uncomfortable. I've almost never eaten with others.
Oh, because both Dahnan's and Renan's... Well, what about your family?
I don't know anything about my mother. I've never met her.
What about your father?
My father would only visit when he needed me for something. And when he did, he would yell and beat me. The other members of my house did the same.
What?
So no, we didn't share meals.
Well then, I guess that makes us the first.
Huh?
Let me tell you a secret. You see, when you eat with people you're close to, it always makes food taste that much better.
Why is that?
That's a good question.
I suppose it's because when we share the same food, we're also sharing the joy of it.
Not only that, conversations are more lively when you're eating good food, too.
Food tastes better when it's shared.
There's more to a meal than simply filling your stomach. And knowing that is part of what motivates people to cook a good meal.
The food was really good.
Let's eat together again, okay?
You know, there's something about Nazamil that reminds me of Dohali. She's...
elegant.
Yes, exactly!
My family was strict about manners.
No surprise there. Your father being a lord. Law, you can be so insensitive sometimes.
I don't mind. My house is gone now anyway.
That was back on Lenegus, right? When did you come down to Dana?
When my father joined the crown contest as a lord, we came down together.
Oh yeah, Ganeth Harrows, right? But didn't Voron...
Why are you asking anyway?
Why? The more we know about each other, the quicker we can become friends, right?
Is that how all of you became friends?
I suppose so. Getting to know each other is an important step in learning to understand one another. It can be difficult to trust a stranger, but once you understand them better, you can move toward becoming friends. Still, why don't we change the topic to something more cheerful?
I don't know any cheerful topics. Can I ask you something?
Of course. Ask us anything.
What I am. It doesn't bother you at all?
What, the thing about your parents? I mean, sure, it was a little surprising, but we're not really ones to talk when it comes to being unusual.
He's right. We are a rather strange group, all things told.
Exactly. For example, I'm Dahnan, but I'm also part of a mage clan that can use astral arts.
Dohalim here is a Renan lord who prefers poetry over power.
So, is that why you're with the Blazing Sword? With Alphen? Because you were different from others?
I suppose I appreciate how he embraces our eclectic natures, but that is not the only reason. We all have our differences, big or small. The question is, how we look at those differences.
What about Alphen and Shion?
In terms of different, those two are in a class all of their own. They're especially unique. But in the end, we see each other as fellow human beings. And when it comes down to it, all our differences are insignificant compared to that.
In other words, the way we see it, you're really not that different from the rest of us, Nazamil. So I'm sure we can be friends.
Friends? Yeah.
Walking together like this, it's like we're back in the old days.
The old days? It's only been a year.
But after the battle with the Great Spirit, so many things have happened. A lot has changed.
Great Spirit. Is it true it's the collective will that manifests from all the astral energy within a world?
Yes. Rena's great spirit manifested a will of its own and engineered the conflict between Dana and Rena. Together, we fought it 1 year ago.
In the end, Alphen's power defeated the Great Spirit, allowing its astral energy to finally become one with Dana's. And now, with the Great Spirit no longer influencing the Renan people, our two cultures finally have a chance to unite as well.
So all of that is something that the Blazing Sword... that Alphen did? He's the reason the world is the way it is now?
I mean, he's the one who did it, but it's more like it's this way because it was always supposed to be. The problem is, instead of seeing this as a new world, both Dannans and Renans think that Dana just absorbed Rena into itself.
I mean, that is what it looks like, so I get the confusion. Rena disappears, then there's all these Renan buildings popping up everywhere, hollowing, and that sky.
It's a difficult situation. The Renans lost their home when Lenegus collapsed, and the Dannans feel like they're being invaded by all the resulting refugees. Most Renans are currently living in Pelegion, but there are some who have traveled outside Ganath Haros to settle in other regions and Dahnan cities. In some cases, like in Niez, accepting them in has resulted in tensions. And then the mausoleums are a problem as well.
Guess the only thing that hasn't changed is the wandering Zeugles.
Even Zeugles aren't the same. They're more violent than before, probably due to the merging of the worlds.
As you can see, we still have a lot of issues to deal with, but we're trying to solve them as best we can.
I see.
Well then. Now let's see. Whatever. I try to go through Steam once in a while.
You know, Nazamil sure is fearless.
Now that you mention it, she is, isn't she? Maybe she's stronger than she looks.
Can I ask you something?
You don't have to ask that every time. What is it?
What kind of place is this mausoleum?
Well, it seems like it was originally supposed to help delay the collapse of Rena by controlling astral energy. But it's still operating, and that's not good.
Astral energy in this world is now composed of 6 elements, after Rena and Dana became one.
Just like it was supposed to be from the very beginning.
But before they merged, Dana had only 5 elements. Currently, the balance of energy is still shifting to achieve equilibrium. We believe these mausoleums are interfering with the flow of astral energy, preventing that balance. So we decided it's better to disable them.
So having 6 elements is normal?
Right. But something went wrong a long time ago, and they were divided. Rena got all the dark astral energy, and Dana got the light.
When I was small, my father told me that I have all 6 elements, so it was my duty to master them.
Undoubtedly, it's due to you having both Renan and Dahnan blood. In a way, you're a herald of a new era. Is something wrong?
No. For a moment I was just worried you were going to say something like, "What a fascinating specimen." Sorry.
Ah. And here I thought I was getting better at reading the room.
Anyway, this new world of ours needs all 6 elements in proper balance. So we're shutting down the mausoleums to help that happen.
So 6 elements are part of a new era. I never thought of it like that before. What a strange place. It's unlike any Renan or Dahnan structures I've seen before. Are they all like this?
We've seen a few of them, and I'd say they're mostly like this, yes.
Do you know a lot about architecture, Nazamil?
No. Was that an odd thing to ask?
Not at all. It just means you're perceptive.
You're alert and paying attention to your surroundings. That's a good thing.
Yeah, and being curious is how you learn things. Speaking of which, I'm very curious about you.
Because I'm different?
Because you're interesting. And I want to get to know you, Nazamil.
You... do?
We all do. Personally, I look forward to hearing more of what you have to say.
I'll try to think of something.
Apparently, I don't think I was supposed to beat it right then and there, but I did. It took me about 30 minutes.
As usual, it's full of machines that do who knows what.
They're productions of foreign technology, every one of them. Trying to divine their purpose would be a fool's errand.
I'd recommend against touching them, Nazamil. Nazamil?
That happened.
A crest?
Nazamil, is that?
No, it's not what you think.
She vanished!
Nazamil! Wait!
Not going.
Nazamil!
Helganquil.
It's all right. They haven't woken. These are the Helganquil, the true people of Renan. They're sometimes discovered like this. I suppose that's why these places are called mausoleums.
Why did you run off? It's dangerous to be in here all by yourself.
Okay.
Careful, something's coming.
Oh. Oh.
Well, guess we aren't getting out of this one.
No one appreciates a...
Oh.
rude awakening.
Don't you think this ruckus is way more of a nuisance?
Will this help?
Megasonic thrust! Dragon
Healing
Force!
circle! Glacial spear. Here's evil. Denied.
Take this! Damn! Start up!
Let's give it a whirl.
Dragon Force! Burn in hell!
This one's mine. That'll bring you down. On guard. Seals.
Take this!
That's
By the power of flame. Finish without a trick.
Armor won't save you! No further!
Glacial fire. By the power of flame. Finish without a trick.
You guys.
Look sharp. Explosion. By the power of flame. Finish without a
Elfin, what happened? You're in pretty rough shape.
Sorry, it's my fault. She should be able to fix me up in no time, though.
Oh, so that's how it is. I guess when you're fighting together, you really rely on Shion, huh?
Yeah, I kind of let my guard down knowing you've all got my back. I've got to get it together. Stay there, Nazamil.
Don't move. Stay put.
Shattering pieces! Attack time!
Take this!
Dragon
You'll
Force!
never fit. Illuminate the dark. Illuminate the dark. I'll heal you all. Healing circle.
Will this
You
help?
picked the wrong fight!
Lunar arc.
Healing circle. By the power
You're
of
mine.
flame. Seal.
Finish without a trace.
I'll be. What is this one? Explosion. By the
come.
power of flame. Finish without a trace.
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
By the power of flame. Finish without a trace.
okay.
Here goes. Trigger blade. Explosion. Here's another. Raging by the power of
Okay. But I'm trying to make sure he ain't got like no weak spot.
Thank you for all your help.
Please, don't mention it.
I'm glad to know someone got my back.
Will this help?
Healing circle! Vanish without a trace! Explosion! Tiger blade!
Be careful, something's coming.
Nazamil, get back!
Holy land!
Take this! We're almost there. Let's finish this, everyone.
Right! Time to end this for good.
I've got your back.
Let's draw the
Whoa, wait a minute.
Here goes!
Whatever that is, it's out to kill me.
Healing circle! Not on my watch! By the power of flame! Vanish without a trace! Up and at it! Explosion! Lightning strike! Holy land! Power of flame!
Oh, move.
By the power of flame! Vanish without a trace! This one's
It looks like we made a
That'll bring
mess.
you down! Raging
Will this help?
Sleep now! Healing circle! By the power of flame! Vanish
Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah, you too!
in a bind.
Healing circle! I'll heal you!
Okay.
Healing circle! By the power of flame! Vanish without a trace! Holy land! Explosion! Vanish without a trace! Going in! Explosion! Healing circle! Far enough! By the power of flame! Vanish without a trace! Up and at it! Inferno crossing! In here! Explosion! By the power of flame! Vanish without a trace! Holy land! Now for something! Explosion! Look sharp! By the power of flame! Vanish without...
Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
Got him.
It stopped. I think that should be the last of them.
Nazamil. Please don't run off again. That crest earlier. Was that?
Was that why you ran? Because you were afraid? I hate this. I hate everything about it. Because I'm not a Renan. I'm not a Dahnan. Everyone has always said that I'm not normal. And now I've been taken to this weird place. And my body's become even more unnatural. Next you'll all probably toss me aside. I know that everyone hates me. People always have. Even my own father hates me. Everyone! I'm different from everyone! I just don't fit in anywhere!
Nazamil!
But that's...
The power I didn't ask for. One that was forced upon me. I've lost so much because of it. Just like you. But even so, I have friends who accept me. And one thing I'm certain of, they'll accept you too. If you want them to.
But
You are an aberration. As you are now, you're a worthless child. If you don't like it, try being of use for once.
Let's go back. Nazamil.
I told you, didn't I? When it comes to this group, we're all just a bunch of oddballs.
There. That should do it.
What did you do?
We disabled the main function so no one else can enter. We wouldn't want any miscreants getting in and causing mischief.
What about the Helganquil?
They will continue to sleep safely. We only disable the functions of the mausoleum itself.
Do you guys always do stuff like this?
When we find mausoleums, yeah.
There should be a facility somewhere that oversees all the mausoleums, though.
Until we can locate it, this is what we have to do.
Shion and I are capable of sealing the mausoleums. The problem is, they tend to be nothing but Zoogles inside and out.
Besides, considering the current state of the world, it's too soon to get other people involved, or to let word of the mausoleum spread too far.
That's why every time a mausoleum is found, we all gather and take care of it on our own.
Yup. And I'll take any excuse to get everyone back together again.
Sure.
I see.
We're all done here, so let's head back to Niez and report to Bayfon.
By the way, Alphen, what happened to your Sovereign outfit? That's some high-class gear, isn't it?
It's at docks with Shion's outfit. It, stands out too much.
I admit, I fail to see how your current attire does so any less. Is it difficult to be seen as a hero?
I don't like being called the Blazing Sword.
Really?
Yeah. Dahnan and Renans make all kinds of assumptions just from that name. It doesn't feel good to be judged by people I've never even met.
Yeah.
Although I do admit it's a contradiction for me to say that while carrying around the very sword that gave me that name.
Perhaps. However, we need the sword to accomplish our current task. That's why you restored it with the Sovereign's powers, correct?
You're right. It was necessary.
Kisara, you're in charge of dinner tonight, right? Have you decided what we're having?
Not yet. I have plenty of ingredients, but nothing jumps out at me as a good main. Oh, do you have any requests, Nazamil?
Request?
Yes. What would you like? I can make just about anything.
I'm just happy to be able to eat.
Right, I remember you saying something like that. I guess you've never been in a position to be picky.
Is it normal for people to have certain foods that they like?
Well, I don't know about whether it's normal or not, but personally, I love anything sweet. Lately, I'm really into Gladys's donuts.
What have I liked lately? Oh, the fish crackers I received from the Service Corps were delicious.
It's been a while now, but I remember we made pancakes together once. I still make them for myself sometimes.
Ah.
What is it? Do pancakes sound good?
No, it's not that. I just remembered something. That meal from before, the one I had with all of you, that was the best meal I've ever had.
Oh yeah! That was good, wasn't it?
It really was. But you know, Nazamil, any kind of food tastes good if you make it and eat it with the people you're close to.
Anything? Really?
Sure. In fact, why don't we put that to the test? How about we all cook together today?
That sounds like a great idea! We can cook together and eat together! Your list of foods you like is gonna grow way longer, Nazamil!
Yeah, that would be nice.
Nazamil, there's something I need to apologize for.
Apologize to me? Why?
It's probably my fault that you were a test subject at Lenegus.
Alphen, wait a second.
What do you mean?
The ones who experimented on the two of you, did so for their own purposes.
Dohalim.
I understand how you feel, but there's no need to phrase things in such a misleading manner.
Can you please explain? I want to know.
It all started a long time ago, because Rena's great spirit wanted to absorb Dana's astral energy. Lenegus was created for that purpose, and the Sovereign was one of its parts.
Alphen escaped, but the great spirit needed a replacement to achieve its plan.
So they took me?
Yes. A lot of people were experimented on, and you were one of them.
Your crest was incomplete. Perhaps your modifications were not completely finished.
Because of Volron. Because he was completed first.
1 year ago, we may have met Nazamil in a different manner. I don't know why they let you go, but we can thank that for allowing us to encounter one another.
And you, Shion?
Mine was inherited. It was one of my ancestors who underwent modification.
So in a way, you being taken was a result of my actions. I'm sorry, Nazamil.
It's okay. You don't have to be. You didn't wish for it. And I'm no different from you. Besides, I didn't lose anything by being a test subject. And more than that, it makes me happy to know that there are other people like me.
Nazamil.
Looks like you took care of everything. As impressive as ever.
Any updates on the situation in town?
Yeah, but nothing good. There's no end to the people looking to stir up trouble here. Both Dahans and Renans alike. Yeah, to be honest, sometimes I wonder if taking in those Renan refugees was the right... No, you can't go thinking like that.
Exactly.
Regardless of the difficulties, I want to believe that your decision to not turn the Renans away was the correct one.
I want to as well. But at any rate, Nazamil shouldn't stay here. It isn't safe for her. Not that it's her fault, but... Sorry, Nazamil.
It's fine, don't worry.
Thanks, Bayfon. All right, everyone. Let's head to Vicent.
Brown.
You know, Kisara, I've learned a lot traveling with you.
Oh? About what in particular?
Cooking. Getting to finally cook together again after so long has made me realize just how amazing a chef you really are. I need to take the opportunity to watch you at work again while I still have the chance.
Your cooking already has everyone coming back for seconds. I don't think there's anything left to teach you.
Oh, but there is! Not only do you season things perfectly every time, but your movements are so quick and precise. Compared to you, I'm just a novice. I hope you don't mind if I swipe a few of your techniques.
You've really gotten into cooking, huh, Shion?
Though, as usual, she still buys a ridiculous amount of ingredients.
There's no such thing as too many ingredients. And can you blame me for wanting to try out every new recipe we find?
I can relate. Trade between realms has flourished within this past year, and with it, the availability of exotic ingredients. It's the same in Vicent. The people there have been experimenting with food that incorporates a wider array of flavors.
You're telling me brand new gourmet cuisine is being invented all over the world? I want to try making and eating all of it.
Eating the food is one thing, but isn't it hard finding and learning a bunch of new recipes like that?
Yeah, you make a good point. In the past, Kisara has always been there to help me, but I'm not so sure it would be as easy on my own.
In that case, I'll put in the effort to learn some new recipes myself. That way I can teach you the next time we meet.
You will?
Of course. I'm not one to back down from a new cooking challenge. And besides, I really do appreciate your faith in me.
Why don't we all just go to Kisara's every once in a while? You teach the rest of us too, right?
Cooking classes with Kisara. I think I'd like to join in on that.
Very well. I'll take on all of you.
Are you gonna teach us? Or are you gonna fight us?
Huh.
So, you like that flower, huh?
The Rose of Unity. It's said to be a symbol of Rena and Dahna becoming one. Is that why you like it?
It's a flower that's neither Renan nor Dahnan. I guess it reminds me of myself. And yet, it grows everywhere. How can you be so calm about everything, Elfin?
What? You mean about being the Sovereign?
When I was in Niez... No, not just then. In other places too. I heard that the Blazing Sword is Rena's enemy. Its destroyer. Dahnans think so too. They look at you differently. Like you're something apart from them. How can you be okay with all that?
About time to have a sit down, kid.
It's not like I don't have feelings. Nazamil, are you scared of me?
It's true that together we did overthrow Renan rule. But we didn't do so out of malice, or because we were trying to hurt people. Please believe that.
I do. From the very beginning, when we first met, both of you have tried to help me. The daughter of a lord, half Dahnan, a test subject. Finding out more about who I am didn't change anything in your eyes. You still protected me without prejudice. It was the first time I experienced that, and it was nice. So because of that, I wanted to say, thank you.
I should be the one thanking you.
Huh?
I didn't want anyone to get unfairly hurt. And when it seemed like they would, I vowed to use all my power to protect them. That's what I've been fighting for. So in the end, hearing your view on things makes it all feel worthwhile. Thank you.
Sure.
We can't always have our actions understood by others. even when we believe we're doing the right thing.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
What you said is very encouraging.
People tend to judge others based on birth or background rather than what they've actually done. Everyone has their own assumptions. Though the world has changed, people's hearts and minds don't change so easily. Even so,
What should I do? I want to help you, Elfin. I want to be useful.
Oh.
What should I do?
Oh. That's,
Hey, you guys! The room's ready!
Thank you.
Right. Got it. Let's go. We can discuss this more later.
Yeah, I haven't playable.
Okay.
Until we find an official residence for you, this will be your home, Nazamil.
Guess this is where we say goodbye then. It won't be the same without you.
We'll be sure to stop by when we're in Vicent.
Okay.
Nazamil, we have something for you.
This is the charm from the ruins?
That's right. The good luck charm you give to someone special.
We all helped fix it up a little.
I know you said you don't have anyone special, but you're special to all of us. We thought this could be a reminder when you need it.
But Really?
Of course. Think of it as a sign of our friendship. A promise that we'll meet again.
Basically, we're friends now.
Friends. My very own friends. Just like me.
It looks good on you.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon, Nazamil.
Okay.
Kisara, I'm so glad you're back. We could use your help.
Something wrong, Legil?
Yeah, a Zoogle. It's been attacking Faria Ranch.
The ranch. That's quite a serious problem.
It is?
As you are already aware, the balance of the astral energy in each region has been equalizing ever since the merging of the twin worlds.
As a side effect, harvests in Menancia have been on the decline. That means any problems with food production can easily lead to crisis.
In other words, you're saying it's vital to protect the fields and the ranch, right?
Wait, what about the Service Corps? Isn't it their duty to take care of Zoogles?
Oh, we've tried. Many times. But somehow, each time we get overpowered. That's why I'm coming to you for help, Kisara.
Understood. Tell the Corps I'll take care of it. While I'm away, you all stay in the city and...
You really can't break old habits, can you? Rely more on those around you.
But this is...
We need to make extra sure that the food resources are safe.
That's all the motive we need. Come on, Kisara.
Thanks.
Be careful. That Zoogle really does pop up out of nowhere.
La?
Shh! I hear something moving.
What is it? Zoogles?
Couldn't it be just a mouse or something?
I don't think so. But I'm not sure what it is. Let's flush it out by force!
Wait!
Nazamil?
You followed us? Did something happen in the city?
No, I just didn't want to be left there.
Are you saying you'd rather live on your own outdoors than in a city?
It's not that. I just...
You want to come with us, don't you?
Yes.
All right.
Are you sure about this? After all, it's not like we'll never see each other again. And it's so much safer in Vicent.
That's true, but we all know the pain of being alone, don't we?
Well, yeah, but...
She does have the ability to disappear at will. If something happens, she can use that to hide herself.
Can you promise you'll do that, Nazamil?
Yes, I promise.
Then it's decided.
Well, look who it is. Ain't seen you around here in a spell. Especially you, boy. Why don't you come around more often?
'Cause I'm busy, okay? But we're here for a reason. We heard a Zoogle has been attacking your livestock.
Oh, so you're taking over for the Service Corps, then? Why didn't you say so? I can't say I recognize you, young lady. You look pretty young for a Service Corps member.
That's because she's not in the Service Corps. She's our new friend.
Your animals were attacked?
Yes, that's right. They may just be animals, but they're my animals, and I take good care of them. But that darn Zoogle won't leave the poor things be.
And just what kind of Zoogle is it?
No clue.
You don't know?
I know it's a Zoogle because of the tracks, but even though it got a handful of my animals, I ain't actually seen it yet.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
even come a-running as soon as I hear a commotion, but still ain't laid eyes on the beastie. It don't make a lick of sense.
Probably invisible, that's what.
Never would have guessed the old guy'd just throw himself into danger like that.
It keeps coming back, so I figure it must live somewhere nearby here.
Okay, we'll check around the roads.
Alright, old man. Yeah, is it?
Are you okay, Nazamil?
I'm alright. I just tripped, that's all.
It only takes one untimely stumble to sprain an ankle. Keep your wits about you.
Right.
Are you hungry? It's easy to get a bit woozy on an empty stomach.
True. It might be a good idea to take a short break.
Hoodle says, make sure you take care of yourself. See? He's looking out for you too.
Right, I will. Thank you.
Nazamil has really opened up to us, hasn't she?
I think they might be doting on her a bit much, though.
It's an expression of their concern. As long as she doesn't mind and it doesn't impede her independence, I see no issue with it.
If they pamper her too much, she's gonna end up like a certain someone we know, and won't even be able to change her own clothes.
Ah, not to worry, Law. I have found that it is never too late to learn such things.
I'm not sure that's a good argument. We've searched this much and there's still no trace.
They must be pretty big. They shouldn't be able to hide so well. It's almost as though...
I've got it.
Huh?
Nazamil? Wait, what are you doing?
Wait here.
Whoa! Where'd that come from?
Nazamil!
An invisible Zoogle? This must be the culprit.
Oh boy.
Let's do this.
I told you, it's either camouflage or invisible.
How dare they attack the ranch?
It feels like this is personal for you.
I won't let them get away with it either.
Stay back, Nazamil.
Tiger blade! A chain between heaven and earth. By the power of
what you get for messing with the ranch!
You mean free meals?
I mean, take now! Take that, jerk face!
Take that, jerk face. People actually talk like that?
No need to imitate that, okay?
Why am I always the butt of the joke?
Primed and ready! I never miss!
Incineration wave! Ignite!
On guard! By the power of flame! There you go! No explosion!
Stop your movement! No further!
Thank you for all your help.
Please, don't mention it.
I'm glad to know someone's got my back.
Far enough! By the power of flame! Vanish without a trace!
Ignite!
Hydration orb! Explosion! Let me show you what my art can do! Rise and shine! Take that! Here goes! Resurrection!
Now you see what I can do!
Bruh, I am.
Like we made 'em mad! By the power of flame!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Done! No further! Leave it to you!
Eat dirt! Lightning strike! I never miss! Hurricane purity! Lightning strike!
Win!
Let's keep up the pressure! Resurrection! By the power of flame! Vanish with her! By the power of flame! Vanish without a trace!
Ready to go. Far enough.
You're mine!
Explosion!
You picked the wrong fight!
It's go time! I can carve through armor!
Prepare to be almost there!
Don't let your guard down. Lightning strike! Explosion! Purity! Nail strike again! You're open!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
It's weakened!
Sit down.
This ends now!
Pick it on.
Explosion! Nail strike!
What the hell did they do to me?
Open! Do you need backup?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Finish without a trace! Hit! Explosion!
It's been real.
Take that! Chain between heaven and earth. I never miss! A wailing banshee of lightning! Hurricane strike! It's over! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
A Zoogle that can turn invisible. That explains why no one had seen it.
Nazamil, I'm impressed you figured that out.
I just thought about what everyone was saying and had a hunch.
It must have figured it was safe when hidden. It didn't expect an invisible opponent.
Should I not have done that?
To be honest, I'd prefer you didn't take such big risks.
But
However, if you hadn't done that, that Zoogle could have taken us out before we even knew what was happening.
that is
Thank you.
You're welcome.
seriously. Thanks.
Alright, gang. Let's let Bogdell know his Zoogle problem is taken care of. Bogdell! Hey, Bogdell!
Is that you, boy?
What happened?
Right after you left, that Zoogle came. I thought I had him, but he got the drop on old Bogdale.
These wounds are bad. He needs healing right away, or...
That man, is he a friend of yours?
A friend? Well, at the very least, he's always been good to me.
Understood.
Nazamil.
Jeez.
Bogdell?
What happened? I thought I was a goner.
Those wounds were mortal, but they healed in an instant. Incredible.
Was I of use?
Absolutely. Look.
Are you the one who saved me?
Yes.
You don't say. I owe you my life, young lady. Thank you so much.
You've got my thanks too. You really are amazing, Nazamil.
See? There are people out there who appreciate you. And there always will be.
Anyway, now that we've completed the job, we should go back to the city and tell Legil.
Now, as for the seating arrangement... There. That ought to do it. How's it going on your end?
All the ingredient preparation is out of the way. I'm ready to start cooking.
Can I help with anything? Maybe I could be in charge of the seasoning.
No way. We don't want to risk putting people's tongues or stomachs in danger today.
Right. What is it, Nazamil?
Oh, I gathered branches for the fire. Does this look like it will be enough?
Yeah, that should do it. Thanks for the help.
You're the guest of honor today, so you really didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, but I'd rather be together with everyone.
Oh, Nazamil's here too. Welcome back.
Huh?
What's the matter? Did I say something weird?
What do you mean, welcome back?
Huh? Well, you're finally back, aren't you?
It's just that no one's ever said that to me. I mean, not until now. So I don't know what I'm supposed to...
It's good to be back.
Huh?
When you hear welcome back, you can say that in response.
People say welcome back to their friends or family when they return to a place that's like home.
A place that's like home. But
This place is sort of like a home, too.
Good to be...
Mm-hmm.
It's good to be back.
There you go. Welcome back, Nazamil.
Welcome back.
Well then, let's get the preparations done before it gets dark. Mind lending me a hand, Nazamil?
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Let's make this night one to remember.
You can leave that to me. Hey, is it just me, or are Hootle and Nazamil really getting along?
Yeah, I think Hoodle's really taken a shine to her.
Huh, that fluffball's usually so picky.
You don't get along with him?
Law's just jealous because unlike you, he can't get Hootle to like him.
Are you kidding me? This ornery little owl likes to peck at my head. You hear that? At my head!
Well, Dahnan owls are a sensitive species. They're not too keen on the rowdy sort. See? Hootle says you're just not cutting it.
Come on, what do you want from me?
Don't take it too hard, Law. Every other animal loves you, right?
Oh yeah, 'cause that's a huge consolation.
I think it's good that you're appreciated. It's a lot better than being hated.
What kind of pets do you like, Nazamil?
Well, there were no animals on Lenegus, and I wasn't in a position to keep a pet on Dana.
Oh, that makes sense. You never know. You might just have the chance someday, though.
You think so?
Definitely. You've clearly got away with animals, Nazamil. He said, there's no doubt about it.
Thanks.
You've changed.
Who, me?
Yes, you've loosened up.
I agree. You seem to be having fun.
To be honest, I don't really know what it's like to have fun. But unlike before, my heart feels lighter. It's a little strange, but it's not a bad feeling. I'd never wanted to use my power to help anyone before, nor had I ever been praised for it. And I never imagined I'd ever travel with someone. With friends.
I'm sure there are a lot more travels in your future.
In my future?
Do you have some kind of dream? Something you want to do?
I'm not sure. I've never thought about the future before.
You don't have to force yourself. Say, what about a hobby or something?
What do you like to do?
Oh. I like to draw.
To draw?
Just scribbling things I see or feel. Only sometimes, though.
Interesting. So you're an artist?
Sure, that got your attention.
But you draw the things that leave an impression on you, right? I think it's a lovely hobby.
If you don't mind, show me your drawing sometime?
Yeah, I'd like that.
Kisara! Lord Dohalim! Oh, thank goodness.
What's wrong? We took care of the Zoogle that was attacking the ranch.
You did? That's great news. However, something more urgent has come up now. After you left, we received a report from the Darkwings.
The Darkwings? From Niez?
The city's Dahnnans and Renans are provoking each other, and the Darkwings say they can't control the situation for much longer. So they say...
I know. You want us to return, right?
It sounds like the situation must have worsened if they sent such an urgent backup request.
Undoubtedly. And we just came from Niez. Are you still coming with us?
I want to be with you all. And also, I want to be of use.
You've definitely proven you can take care of yourself just fine.
It's settled then. Back to Niez. Zoogles are inside the city.
I don't know if it was the Dannans or the Renans who did it, but someone must have let them in.
But how? The Renans can't control them anymore, right?
We've got to figure that out. And get rid of all the Zoogles in the city.
There are too many for us to split up and fight in groups.
I'll take a look around.
Really?
Oh, right. If you turn invisible, you can walk right past the Zoogles.
Go ahead, but be careful.
I'll be fine.
He's causing the Zoogles.
Now then, let's hunt some Zoogles. Is Nazamil in there?
The trail of Hollowed leads into the plaza. She must be...
We've got to hurry. Out of our way, damn it!
They both, how they treated her.
She's a monster! She melted it. Just stay back! Are you okay?
Elfin.
Hold your fire! Nazamil saved your lives! The hell she did? She's a monster! How could the hero of Dahnan defend this abomination? I don't get it. Whose side are you on anyway?
Wow.
Are you okay, Nazamil?
Well, if he refuses to do it...
Actually fired. Out of your damn mind.
I don't get it. Why would the hero...
How dare you?
What the hell? Why are you turning on us? We're not the enemy. That thing's the one you should fight.
I fought to save the save all the innocent people of this world. If you would stoop so low as to harm an innocent...
Fortunately, I couldn't pause.
You are my enemy!
Xion, you might want to stop him. All right. Oh.
Were you able to find out who could have let the Zeugles in?
It was those men in the plaza. They burned some kind of incense that attract Zeugles. Where would they even get something like that? For now, most of those behind the scheme have been detained. I owe you.
Dannans are one thing, but can you even catch Renans?
You may find it hard to believe, but there are Renans that don't want to fight. But more pressing than that
is the hollowing and everything that happened at the plaza.
Yes. Rumors are already spreading like wildfire throughout the city. About Nazamil and Alphen both.
Alphen.
I ended up drawing my blade on those that turned to me for help. I used force on people who thought differently from me, just like the enemies we all fought against. But what choice did I have?
I think it'd be best for you to leave Mies for a bit. Just until things cool down. I hate to say it, since I'm the one who called you back here and all.
But why? Alphen saved my life. He didn't do anything wrong.
Nazamil.
Why is Alphen the one being punished? Why not me?
It's okay. It isn't Bayfon's fault.
But...
That's fine. I'll do as you say, and leave for a while.
I'll tell everyone what really happened. How none of you are to blame.
it doesn't make any sense. I didn't know.
About Niez and the Hollowing? Of course you didn't know. We never told you about it.
But those people hate Alphen now.
It's not your fault.
But...
If anything, it was my fault. This happened because I couldn't control my anger.
You didn't start it. They were going to hurt Nazamil.
Unfortunately, if you favor either side, the other will hate you. If you treat them equally, then they both will. People have strong opinions when it comes to the Blazing Sword. Pleasing everyone will hardly be a simple matter.
What about you, Dohalim? As the final lord, you're in a similar position, don't you think?
True. Some turn to me for help, while others despise me. All simply because I am a lord. But compared to the symbol that Alphen must bear, my burden is quite light.
People can be entitled about these kinds of things. If they assume someone is there to help them, they're doubly disappointed when that's not the case. In that, Dahnnans and Renans are the same.
So, what will we do now?
Let's go back to Vicent for now. We can decide whether to divide up or not once we get there. It's so noisy. Is it morning already?
Wake up, everybody! Hurry!
What's wrong?
Nazamil's gone!
What?
You sure she's not just taking a walk around while invisible?
Apparently not. She left behind a letter.
To my friends.
My first friends. It made me happy that I could help all of you. It made me happy to earn your praise. I don't want my friends to be sad. I don't want anyone to hate you. You all taught me that my power can be of use. So... I'm going to see if there isn't something I can do.
What is this? What are you planning on doing, Nazamil? You're somewhere nearby, aren't you? Please say something, Nazamil! Nazamil! It's been weeks.
Wow. Quite a time skip.
We're still searching for Nazamil, using Vicent as our base of operations. She was so happy to finally make some friends. Where could she be? What is she up to? Wherever she is, regardless of how much we continue to search, we still haven't managed to find a single trace of her. And, once again, I find myself